Well, breaking news coming in. Tamil groups are protesting outside actor Salman Khan's house in Mumbai. This after reports that he had campaigned for Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Salman Khan was recently seen along with co-star Jacqueline Fernandez in Sri Lanka. Salman had denied that he was campaigning for Rajapaksa, saying that he was in Sri Lanka for a charity project. Let me now go across to entertainment editor Rohit Kalani, who is joining us on the phone line for more on this. Rohit, it seems that controversy and Salman Khan have almost, it's an everyday relation between them. Now this latest political controversy that he have got himself embroiled in.
Absolutely, and right now, as we speak, there are protests happening outside Salman Khan's house. A group of not many, but about 50, 60 people have gathered, and their slogan ring, Salman Khan Murdabad, Rajapaksa Murdabad. They say basically what they are saying is that we Indians have made Salman what he is. We Indians have made him a superstar. So what gives him a right to go to another country? These people over here obviously accusing Sri Lanka of war crimes, and right now the police is taking all of them in custody. I can see all of them. There's been heavy police deployment from morning, and there was information that a particular group will come and protest over here.
Yes.
Police taking more chances, have deployed a lot of force outside Salman Khan's house, and right now all of them are being taken away by Mumbai police.
All right, thank you so much, Rohit, for bringing us this latest piece of breaking news. Protest outside actor Salman Khan's house by Tamil groups for his alleged campaign in favor of the Sri Lankan president. Let me, in fact, bring in Rohit once more. Rohit, have we heard anything from Salman Khan on this entire issue? In fact, it seems we have lost Rohit there, but so far what we have been told is that Salman Khan has denied that he was campaigning for in fact Rajapaksa. He in fact said that he was in the country for a charity event where he had absolutely nothing to do with the election campaign there in the island country. But you can see these angry protests outside Salman Khan's residence in Mumbai. There have been voices that were raised against Salman Khan, in fact, for going to Sri Lanka. Rohit, once again, I would like to cut across to you and ask you, has Salman Khan reacted to this? What is he saying, and what sort of a reaction are you picking up from the entire film industry?
Salman Khan has not reacted to this entire controversy, but the film industry basically is saying that this is an actor's profession. This is a part of their business strategy to go wherever they are called for, maybe business reasons or just for the sake of contacts. As we know, the connection here was obviously Jacqueline Fernandez, who is from Sri Lanka and a close friend of Rajapaksa's son. The pictures in fact came out. The picture that we saw Salman Khan campaigning came from Rajapaksa's son's Twitter account.
Yes.
So that's how this news actually came out and reached the public. But of course, this didn't go down too well with the Tamil supporters in India. Vaiko in fact went ahead and called him a traitor. Salman Khan was there because later this month there will be elections that will be held in Sri Lanka. Of course, Rajapaksa leaving no stone unturned and calling India one of India's biggest superstars to gather as much support as possible. There was a protest. There was some information about a protest outside Salman Khan's house, Galaxy Apartments in Mumbai.
Yes.
And that protest, Mumbai police, of course, got to know about it. They deployed a lot of force here. The protest was not a very big one, but yes, about 50 to 60 people gathered here. They protested for some time. They spoke to the media, and their main anger was against Salman Khan, saying that we Indians, even the Tamilians, have made him a superstar. We watch his movies everywhere in India.
Rohit, has Jacqueline reacted to this? Does the film industry believe that they are just soft targets of this political campaigning here and there?
Absolutely, they've always said that, and this has been their complaint forever, that whatever happens, the film industry is targeted first. But this was something that everyone knew. If the day an Indian actor does this won't go down too well within India itself.
All right, thank you so much, Rohit. In fact, Rohit Khilnani has filed this report from right outside the site of protest where people are protesting against Salman Khan outside his residence in Mumbai. Let's listen to what Rohit has said.
We are outside Salman Khan's house in Mumbai. Obviously, there is some kind of a threat because there's massive security cover outside Salman Khan's Bandra home, Galaxy Apartments in Mumbai, because there is some information. There was a SMS floating around which said that Tamil-speaking people in Mumbai are upset and will protest outside the house. Doesn't look like a serious threat from some big political party, but does look like Mumbai police obviously not taking any chances. Bandra police is not very far away from Salman Khan's house. If I can show you, even on the other side, police not letting any bystanders, onlookers stand on any side. Police at every corner of this lane. Mumbai police deployed outside Salman Khan's house. We know he had gone to Sri Lanka to campaign for Rajapaksa. Rajapaksa's son, who happens to be a friend of Jacqueline Fernandez, who Salman Khan is friends with and has worked in the movie Kick. That was the main purpose of going there, campaigning. We know Sri Lankan elections will be held in a few days later this month. This obviously has not gone down too well. Vaiko calling him a traitor. A lot of Tamil groups saying that Sri Lanka is a place which has been trying to wage a war against us, and also blaming them for a lot of war crimes. We will keep a close watch on this. Mumbai police, as you can see, completely not taking any chances outside Salman Khan's house. We will keep a close eye on this.
Well, Rohit Khilnani is still with us. This was just moments before this protest broke out outside Salman Khan's residence. Rohit, bring us up to speed of what the situation is right now. Have all these protesters been, lined up by the police? Have they been taken away from the site?
The report that was filed was just before the protest. Soon after that, the protest happened. About 50-60 people gathered here. There was a lot of sloganeering. So basically, mainly the slogans were Salman Khan Murdabad, Jacqueline Fernandez Murdabad, and Rajapaksa Murdabad. They said that we Tamil-speaking people have also contributed to his stardom, which is what he should consider as a superstar of the country. He should be responsible and take responsibility. He said tomorrow, and what they also added by saying is that they added that if Pakistan tomorrow calls Salman Khan, will he go? If he does that also, we will definitely, starting from today, we will finish Salman Khan. We have, for us, he's already a traitor.
Right, Rohit, on with me. The cops have in fact reacted to this protest outside actor Salman Khan's residence. Let's listen in. Officer there saying that they will now decide what action needs to be taken against these people, those who are protesting outside Salman Khan's residence for his alleged involvement in the campaign for the presidency in Sri Lanka. In fact, the allegation is that Salman Khan had campaigned for Rajapaksa. That you can see the picture that Rohit was telling us was found on the Twitter handle of his son. Rohit, so far Salman Khan, as you said, has not reacted to it, but is he finding support within the film industry?
Absolutely, and knowing Salman Khan, he has, I don't think he's ever reacted to allegations, because the fact is also that there are so many allegations over the years against him. When he performed in UP, and there were a lot of media reports that the actors shouldn't have gone to a place where there's so much poverty, and there were so that time Salman did come out and say that he blamed the media obviously for it, saying you just want TRPs and you'll do this for TRPs. After that, there have been some allegations, and also each time he goes to the court, we have not seen him come out talk to the media. Even now, there's no word from Salman Khan since this happened. But yes, he's someone who never speaks to the media about all these things, but somehow manages a lot of support. When it comes to any allegation against him, you go to whoever from the film industry and they will say Salman is a soft target because he's such a big superstar. But we have seen that does happen to the biggest stars of the country. Of late, just recounting the protests on PK, when a similar film called Oh My God released, there were no protests, but now that there's an Amir Khan release, there are huge protests. So clearly, when it comes to these top stars, what these protesters, like they said, that big stars have to be careful and responsible for anything that they take up, which may send out a wrong message.
Rohit, this is not the only controversy that Salman Khan is staring at If I'm right, there is another movie that he is doing called Bajrangi Bhaijan that also has got a lot of eyebrows raised. It seems that movie stars these days are on the target list of political groups.
Absolutely, all the movie stars, like I'm sure when in fact Raju Hirani and all when the whole PK team made the film, they were expecting some kind of a backlash because if a film is made in India which shows godmen in a bad light, this obviously won't go down too well. And Salman Khan's movies, like you mentioned earlier, but the fact is that is not stopping them from doing what they are supposed to do. They say that's not stopping them from making the movies that they are supposed to make. That's what the director filmmakers say, that this is my story. It doesn't matter if I'm a Hindu, I'm a Muslim. I have a story to tell, and it should be looked at as a creative field, and they should get creative liberty and creative freedom for this. But you're right. When no one would protest against Raju Hirani or outside his house, but people will protest outside Amir Khan's house and Salman Khan's house. No, actually, the police has police has given security to outside Salman Khan's house because of this SMS that was floating around, which just simply said that Tamil-speaking people will protest outside Salman Khan's house because they are upset. Just this SMS was the lead, and since morning police has been deployed, and of course it was right. We did see some people coming and protesting. Of course all of them were taken away by Mumbai police. Bandra police station is just a few yards away from Salman Khan's house, and this is not the first time there's been police deployment outside Salman Khan's house. This as we know happens quite often. But this was a different kind of a protest, absolutely a different kind of a story, something that obviously had bigger repercussions, from down south and now reached Mumbai outside Salman Khan's house.
Right, Rohit Kalani, they're bringing us all the latest details as far as this case is concerned. Let me also bring in Editor South T.S. Sudhir, who is joining us on the phone line. Sudhir, the heat there in Tamil Nadu now reaching Mumbai, protests outside Salman Khan's residence. Are you expecting them to intensify now?
Well, these are obviously Tamil protesters who have landed up in Mumbai, obviously wanting to build up pressure against Salman Khan, going to Colombo to campaign for President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Even in Colombo, this has become a major election issue. I was there in Colombo, where the opposition parties have been alleging that money was spent to get a superstar like Salman Khan to help, and in different parts of Tamil Nadu, especially in the fishing areas like Rameshwaram. They have been pretty active, and they have been wanting to put pressure both on the UPA government and now on the NDA government to ensure that diplomatic pressure is mounted on the Sri Lankan government, on Rajapaksa, to ensure that he falls in line and does not indulge in any kind of anti-Tamilian activities in Sri Lanka. And these are the kind of many of the splinter pressure groups who are quite active, and they also increasingly get support from parties like the MDMK, who talk on behalf of the Tamils of Sri Lanka.
Right. Let me just see if we still have Rohit Kalani on the phone line with us. Rohit, what is the situation right now? Has the protest been cleared off outside Salman's residence?
Yes, protest. Mumbai police was very well prepared for this. After about 10 minutes of sloganeering, they were all taken by Mumbai police in various vans, and so this road is completely clear. But of course, there's still a lot of police deployment from one corner of the lane to the other corner, of course, and under Salman Khan's house. There's Mumbai police. They're not let. Usually on a day like this, on a Sunday, we see a lot of crowd outside Salman Khan's house, fans just waiting to get a glimpse of the actor or his family members. But today, Mumbai police not taking any chances, not letting anyone stop there. So as of now, the scene outside Salman Khan's house is absolutely very clear. Mumbai police they've taken away all the protesters from there.
All right, thank you so much, Editor Entertainment Rohit Khilnani and Editor South T.S. Sudhir for taking us through this story. Of course, Salman Khan in the eye of the storm from the Tamil groups for his alleged campaign in favor of Mahinda Rajapaksa in Sri Lanka. These visuals that you can see of a little while back when people were protesting outside Salman Khan's Galaxy apartment residence in Mumbai.